Yeah, YouTube, this is your boy Jado doing another review for the Arsenal Leicester game. Took a while for me to post this because I had to watch the game over about a couple of times because honestly it was just a really good game and I wanted to watch it a few times before I commented. Yeah, so really impressed with the team. I think we're doing really well in terms of the way we're progressing and improving each game. Just want to say that the performance by Mesut, well, I know it won't, but I hope that people will now begin to appreciate just how good this kid is. I mean, the man is an artist, pretty much. If you watch him on the football field, he's not an ordinary player. He's a special, very special player. Things that he's able to do, the vision that he has, the flair, the creativity that he plays with, you can tell. I mean, the man is not on the same level like everybody else. The man is above. When he's on, he's on. Really fantastic game from Mesut Ozil. But overall, the team, I was really impressed with. There are a couple of things that most people probably won't pick up on that I want to highlight. I don't want to beat on the same points that everybody else is making. So I'm gonna just mention a few things that I have noticed that I haven't heard anybody talking about. The major difference I see with this Arsenal team right now, and the reason why we're getting these results, is fitness. I realize looking at the team now, because the players are the same players, the players haven't changed. But looking at the team now, this is the fittest Arsenal side I've seen since maybe the Invincibles. Yeah, that's how this team is fit. If you look at how the goals are coming and the pace at which we're playing, flowing football, charging out from the back. If you look at the goal that Ozil scored, the first goal that Arsenal scored today was a long busting run. Ozil started that run from in his own half. Xhaka picked up the ball, turned, swiveled and played that ball across the field to Ozil, who ran onto it, pushed it out wide to Bellerin, who made a brilliant pass. Actually, I thought today was Bellerin's best game that he's played. I know he gave an own goal, but honestly, I don't blame Bellerin for that goal at all because, well, he was trying to block the square is basically what happened, and you know these things happen in football. Yeah, so he fizzed in a nice ball, and the control, the technique from Mesut to score that goal was phenomenal, because the pace that the ball is coming in with, the pace that he's running onto the ball with, and to tip. Because if you look at the ball hits his foot harder than the way it leaves his foot. That means he takes off quite a bit of the pace off of the ball in order to maintain the control and steer the ball directly into the far corner where the keeper had no chance. Brilliant goal. Yeah, but I think a lot of this is coming from our increased fitness. This was late in the half. You know, Leicester was kind of drooping. And not to mention the second half, we just blew them away. They could not match the pace, especially when we made a few substitutions. They couldn't match the pace at all. So this is one good thing that I think Unai is doing. The next good thing, I think he's not so gung-ho with the defense anymore. We're not playing as high up as we were early on in the season, like against Man City and Chelsea, where we were giving away stupid goals by being out of position too far up the pitch. That is another move, and I think the inclusion of Torreira, who is also brilliant as far as I'm concerned. He plugs all the holes in our midfield, and he's not the most dynamic going forward, but he takes the ball over really well. He's kind of plays that role that Coquelin used to try to play for us, but much better, much better. He wins the ball cleanly, and he's able to start the play. Not with a big switch pass or anything. He can ping it, but he's been very conservative and just been knocking it short and allowing Xhaka to spray the ball. Xhaka had a good game. Overall, I thought he showed some versatility, having to play much of the second half as left back. Did an excellent job as left back, actually, to be honest. I think because I think the tactical change to move Xhaka there was brilliant. I mean, obviously we had no other wing backs to come on, and the fact that we were able to bring in Guendouzi in the middle, who was fresh, really stretched Leicester. Leicester couldn't match his dynamism in the midfield because, as I said, they were tired, and Xhaka locked on the left side as well. So excellent performance from Xhaka in that regard. He was a little sloppy with some of the passes that he was making, but nothing outrageous, to be honest. The thing with Xhaka, sometimes he relaxes and can become sloppy with the ball, but when he's on it, he usually knocks those passes and sprays the ball. Most of his passes today were good passes going forward. I don't have a problem, man. The thing I like with Xhaka, he offers Arsenal a bit of nastiness in the middle. He put a foul on to Maddison today, where the one that he got his yellow card for. And this is what I'm saying. I think people don't appreciate the physicality of Xhaka, because if you watch the game carefully, after that foul, Maddison had nothing further to give. He wanted nothing to do with the game after that foul, because it was a 50-50 ball. Maddison got to the ball before Xhaka, and Xhaka just intentionally crunched on his foot with his studs and with his heel, and picked up a yellow card. But that, I know that hurts. I've felt those kind of pains before, and that definitely hurts. And if you watch him after that, he wanted nothing further. He was very shy after that. He wanted nothing to do with the ball after that. So this is the kind of thing that I don't think we are giving. Arsenal is a much more physical team than we were with Xhaka and Torreira in the midfield. Looking ahead, Mkhitaryan, I don't know what is going on with Mickey. Mickey seems to be lacking some confidence here. I think we need to play him some more in some of the Europa League games to boost. Play him in that number 10 role, make him get a few assists, maybe a goal or two, to lift his confidence a bit. He's trying a bit hard. It's not that he's doing anything bad, he's just trying too hard and not getting the results. But it will come. The quality is there, you know, and Mickey's an excellent footballer. I have no doubts that he'll be able to bring it through. Lacazette today just was very unfortunate. He got himself into good chances, and Mesut basically laid one on a plate for him. Could not believe he didn't score. But anyway, sometimes that's how the ball rolls sometimes, you know. But he had a good game, worked very hard, deserved a goal, as I'm concerned. I'm really impressed. Next thing I want to just say, I'm glad that the coach has realized that Mesut needs to play the number 10 role. I hope that this performance today ends that debate for anybody, and we can just do away with the Ramsey foolishness, because honestly, if Arsenal wants to win anything, Ramsey cannot be our number 9, our number 10. It simply just makes no sense. Ramsey is, honestly, he's not at the level to play for Arsenal as far as I'm concerned. He's not. Honestly, if I had to judge, Ramsey's our worst midfielder. And it's not even close. It's by a country mile. We should have sold him along with Wilshere, because way past there. And it's unfortunate to have to do this, to say this, you know, but it's the truth. Wilshere was done 4 years ago, and Ramsey has been done for about the same amount of time. And when Ramsey leaves Arsenal in the summer, people will realize that he was. You see, it's easy to look good when you're playing with a team like Arsenal, because the team is good. We play pretty football, and if you can knock a pass and have a good control, you can look good in this Arsenal time. Even if you're slow and give the ball away, which is what Ramsey is. So I think if Ramsey was to go to a smaller team, say Everton or Southampton or even Crystal, any one of those teams, let's say the mid to bottom half of the table, he'd be exposed because he won't have the players around him to give him the outlet that he needs because he's ridiculously slow, and this is what part of the problem I have with Ramsey. Strike force look good. Aubameyang coming off the bench. In the late 60-70 minutes of the game, it's difficult for anybody to play that man. He's coming on fresh with his pace. Defenders cannot keep up with him. So I like the idea of him coming off the bench actually. But better than that, I like the idea of him playing alongside Laka. I think we will get lots of goals from these two. I've said it before that these two guys are in contention for the Golden Boot this year. Even though we were after a kind of slow start with the two tough games at the beginning of the season, but I'm sure that we'll get goals, and those guys will get 20 goals or more each at the end of the season. Again, like I said, really impressed. Looking forward to the new match coming up against Sporting. Hopefully we rotate the side a bit. Just want to come away without any injuries at this stage, because I think we're pretty much sure to go through. We just need to keep it tidy and not lose anybody important. Big games coming up with Liverpool. I hope the team can perform there. I'm not afraid. To be honest, I think Liverpool is overrated, and I think we'll surprise a few folks with our quality. Yeah, so keep it up, guys. I'm really impressed. Let's go, Gunners. Let's get them.